Well, the indication was correct, but also what's on people's news channels is, well, it's relevant to what we just said. You know, first of all, virtue is taking up the responsibility of following one's own private judgments about anything. It seems what's happening now is that, I mean, to the extent that this would be of service, the news is reporting. It's interesting. They're not. I mean, they don't do much reporting on, like, it's like I said. I don't know what the sort of long range point of anything is, but like what the reporting is on is a there's a website with people whose insurance has been their health insurance plan was canceled, and there's a website that was putting up the cancellation notices, and that website is being shut down, but people are posting their cancellation notices. Well, two things here. Once again, I mean, well, we still don't know the mechanism by which that took place, but it seems that a small amount of people, compared to the population, it seems that one of the problems. Remember the whole idea of repeat when 40 million people or something can get affordable health care, students can sign up for $50 a month. I mean, this is really like great, but it seems like there's a problem, like percentage a lot of people involved. So there's like 40 million people being helped. So some percentage of people have had their plans canceled, their existing health insurance canceled, as a result of the existence of this affordable health care option. We're not being educated as to exactly what mechanism by which that took place. Don't have to explain it. I mean, it's not that I don't believe it at all. I mean, it's true, but so. That's to say it's a problem that has to be addressed, but we have a Congress who what they're interested in, because that would be the kind of thing that Congress say, oh, okay, we found the problem. If we had like intelligent Republicans in our Congress who weren't just like distorted personalities who, I don't know, wanted to see themselves as congressmen or something, so they ran for Congress. No, I mean they would be like addressing like, okay, these are rational people who do live in objective reality. Like, okay, it looks like there's an amazing amount of people that have gotten affordable coverage, but as it's good to have a two-party system, they would say, because you see, there's one serious problem that has to be fixed. A small percentage-wise, a small percent of people have had their plans canceled. We, as your representatives and as the opposition party or the other party, when we live in objective reality, we're going to look into exactly by what mechanism this took place, why it's happening, and then certainly make the necessary corrections to the law. And in fact, we even believe that we have the candidate, for 2016 who can really iron out all the problems with this, because certainly some percentage of people were negatively affected. Of course, we wouldn't have discovered that until we put in something, our government put in something that's allowed 40 million people who didn't have any health care to be covered. 10% between Up to 10% of the people in different states have already gotten affordable health care. Elderly people who are like a ticking time bomb. Like if they get sick, they can die with some peace because they know their golden years will be in peace because now they know if they get ill or get a disease, like they can get treatment. This is a major accomplishment, but not the opposition party. It's simply why we have two parties to say, no, okay, look, we've had major problems. Some people's plans are being canceled, and we want to find out the whole mechanism by which that took place, and that'll be the kind of thing we're fixing, and we have the candidate who even in 2016 as president will really iron out all the problems and will really be on the way to civilization. That would be what I'd want to hear from the other political party. But I'm still not clear from this interest. That's why we have lawyers in the Congress to discover by what mechanism this took place and how we can fix it. That's what comes to my mind here in objective reality. But I mean, that's what we have. We have a Congress that doesn't function, or they don't understand they don't really understand the point of having more than one party. It's not that one party would, block anything the other party wants to do. It's not a game. I mean, they'd be there for that. That's why you'd have two parties. But let me put it this way: there won't be a Republican in the White House in 2016 if what happens is they simply don't live in reality. They're worried about like the website problems with the website, and the other part. No, I mean that's why the people in our Congress were given brains to think.